Good morning everyone and welcome to you in this daily update on Bitcoin and the Alts. As always, hope you're all doing very well today. Normally the sound is working well, it should be working well normally here. Let me just double check that as always. Gonna pause the music for me, gonna increase a bit of volume, and yes, we can hear me, so it's perfect. Let's add back the music for me and we're good. So Bitcoin, we did got a bounce from our target here. That was a support, we've got a first bounce here that was not good for a bounce. That one wasn't that crazy too, and then we've got a lot better drop here to stop all the longs, the massive amount of longs we've got, retest into our target, and from here get a nice increase in price. Get the nice increase in price to go into our first resistance. From here we've got a nice reversal again, so we've got many good trades, to be honest with you. From here we got another continuation, and we are now at a possible failed auction of the top we've got right there into the resistance we have planned. So first of all, by the way, with the wave it's gonna be a bit complex today. Okay, we're a bit in between everything, so we will have to rise or drop to confirm some few wave to see what we can get. We have really a loads of configurations, so I'm really going to focus more on the levels. If you want the wave, I'm not gonna give you the wave, but this is more today for people that will know a bit more about it. The way it was always going to be pretty complex, not gonna lie. So anyways, first of all, we can get rid of this, we can get rid of this, we can remove that too, we can remove this one too. I don't really care about that one, to be honest with you. I'm gonna keep that for now. Let's go on a daily time from here. We've got a daily on the low, but I don't really like it, so I'm not gonna add this one. That daily on the top is already hit, yeah. Alright, so let's come back here on the 1 hour. If that was a 1 hour, I think it was a 30 minutes I was on, but anyways, as long as the fixed range is well placed, it's all good. Okay, nice. Let's go on exo charts. That is just right there on the levels. So we have one naked session path control. We're going to start from below, by the way, 58,670. So let's add this like that. 58,670. All right. Then we have 61,090, a bit above us. Good, and then we have what? A TPO 59,134. I said 59,134, yeah. Okay, and then what do we have here? Nothing. So let's see, as always, on the ticks one, and we have none. It's already hit on the retest, so we can come back on the 50 ticks, and we're done. So during the night, let me see what we've got here. I stopped trading around there yesterday. We've got another rise after the short trade here. All right. Nothing came in, we just stopped the longs from before. Alright, nothing really here, we've got nothing. Just 2 million here on the top. Close it. 1.4 million here. Well, nothing crazy, not gonna lie here. What do we have now with absorption and all of this? Bit of absorption on the highs. On the lows now too, well, it's better to wait for either higher, either lower, not gonna lie. We're a bit in between right now. So first of all, what we can do here is pull the fixed range here from the top to the very bottom. The first target, as I said yesterday, by the way, in Discord, okay, so it was right here, is simply here. That will be for an ending wave 4. Okay, I'm gonna really talk about and cover all of this next, but the first target is really here as a previous day VWAP plus all the lows down to this value high. If we start breaking this, well, now we do have some new support. We have the TPO, naked session, path control here. That will be the next target really, but the best way to go for the lows. Okay, it is if we have to go that down, that will be for an expanding ending. So it will be for a wave 1, 2, 3, a massive wave 4, and then a wave 5, like something where we expand the move like that. Okay, this is something possible, but it's really rare to make an expanding ending. So should we come back down here? Well, really have to get some good data to take a long trade, otherwise I will wait. I will look more likely for the lows here to be taken. Okay, so this is the first target really for scalpers. And if we don't get anything bullish, we can look for the next one, this right here, but I will be a bit careful and look more likely here for the lows. If we have to drop below this, we can look simply for the same targets as before. It's not because we've got to touch into our first target that the target is not valid anymore. We just touch it here as a 618. We then got in touch of the 66 TPO, old weekly naked path control, DNPOC naked session path control. We still have some untapped levels here, plus by the way the anchor rate VWAP, sorry, from the very bottom. So this is still a valid and absolutely good target. We'll have now some swing through pans to do, more over this. If we start breaking this, we can of course as always do a bit of a big wick below to take out, for example, even more stop loss. We have some few lows there. Then what we can do, for example, something like this, fake the drop, reclaim, flip to support, and come back up. If you want to safe trade this, you can enter on the flip to support. Now, as you know or not, we not all the time do the flip to support. We can sometimes just do, for example, fake the drop, reclaim, and never come back here to the flip to support. So just be aware of this. So that's why the order flow is very, very, very important. And if we start breaking below this first target, so to speak, between 57,600 down to this well, path control here of the latest uptrend, so around 56,800 really. If we start breaking below this, we can look simply for the next target. That is really that daily level, so around $55,130 down to this value high level with a 6.86%, around 53,700. Okay. And if we start breaking this, we'll have one last support. That is really the value low of the previous full uptrend like this. Okay, so it's coming around 52,130. Sorry if I cut my microphone, I still have a bit of a cold. So yeah, and if we start breaking below this support again, we do have some higher time frame support plan. If you remember correctly, that one here, that was the one plan when it was already on the low. We've got a rise, we've got a drop exactly into our first target. Now the thing is, if we take that low, we can of course look for another swing through pan or a failed auction. We just do a swing through pan or of the swing through pan or a failed auction of the swing through pan. If we don't, we can look for a drop down to 43,000. Should we break 43,000, we can look simply here for the next big support that is coming around, well, 38,500 down to 35,300 by the way. Okay, and so the biggest resistance, I'm gonna go and first of all cover here on a lower time frame. As now we've got a rejection of our resistance, we just now went a bit higher after a nice swing through pan by the way. We've got another continuation. We are now spending some time above this, so this can end up in a swing through, in a failed auction right here of the previous top. We just need some bearish data here. That's the only thing we need, and if we get some bearish data, that can bring us with a failed auction of this top. If now we get another rise, well, as always we have some tops here to take, so we can simply look for a swing through pan or a failed auction, as simple as that really. And if we don't get this, well, if we get some good data for a short trade on the order flow, as always, you just have to read this. This will tell you if you have or not to execute the trade. If you don't have the data, you simply look for a new high to be made at least. And so if you make one more new high, you can simply look here for the same targets we have played in the last update, so to speak. Here this monthly level plus 63,000. Really, normally we do have some few more levels to be more accurate. We have this value low. Sorry again, cut in my microphone. So the NPOC here plus this value low, so a bit above this monthly level. So you do have, for example, here a possible swing through the pan or failed auction again above. If we really get acceptance above this resistance, okay, really well, we do have two levels here, a daily and a TPO, but it is likely we're going to see some high prices around this bigger high here to be taken. This monthly negative path control, weekly negative path control, plus all the lower time frame confluence, so to speak, between 66,300 up to 67,500, and should reclaim this, it is likely we'll see a new high made here. Okay, so yeah, these are the main resistance we have above, and so you've got the main support and the higher time frame support, more of this, so we are ready and prepared. The levels here, what I'm giving to you right now is, this is the most important, in my opinion, what you should pay attention more likely to at the moment. Okay, for example, here for rise, you can look for a swing for a parallel reduction. If not, bam, you can look for the next target, that is the next high, really. Why I'm saying this, and for example here, if we drop, you can look first of all for a long between the previous day. If you up down, you know, to this value are high. Why I'm saying this, because we have many configurations right now with the wave. We're really in between, and we need to see if we push up or down, and what we create really with the new data we have. Because the thing is, now we have, for the moment, an ABC zigzag to the upside. First of all, if we have an ABC zigzag to the upside, what it can bring us with the next? Well, it can be a correction to go more down, as it can be here, for example, the smaller wave of an ending, as we're possibly into a wave 5. So to speak here, a wave 1, a wave 2, then you get a wave 3, a wave 4, and then you get a wave 5. So this is something possible, for example, just to go for a new all-time high. Once you've got a new all-time high, you can look for a swing through parallel revolution, and this is done. So that will end up here as a wave 5, that will end up the wave 3. This is something, for example, possible, okay? That will explain the reason why we've got an ABC zigzag if we have to make this ABC zigzag before. This is the first configuration, as it can be a simple correction to go more down. Okay, so if we have an ABC zigzag, it can be a correction to make, for example, next another WXY and go directly, for example, for the lows once more, and well, next you will finish, the right here, the Y wave like this. Okay, with, in that case, more likely here we'll just accept this is a W, X, Y, X, and Z, so something a little bit more complex. But yeah, so that's the reason why it's a bit complex at the moment with the wave. I'm gonna delete this. So if we have an ABC zigzag here, this is what we can look for. Okay, we can even, by the way, if we have to be in a Y wave, oh my god, if we really have to keep the range bound like this, okay, to keep the sideways move like this, it is still possible, for example, as we're into a Y wave, to make a longer Y wave, and for example, to make a triangle in it, it is something possible. So for example, we have got the first wave of the triangle, so finish this later. You have in that case a first wave down, you have next, for example, another triple wave and another triple wave up. You get in that case a WXY to the upside, and in that case you form an A, B, then you have another C, D, E, and so you form a triangle like this. This is something possible. That's why what I was saying, there are really too many configurations at the moment, so the levels are really much more important. We need to get some move up or down to confirm some few configurations and to ban a few of them, because right now it's just absolutely crazy the amount of configuration we have. So what I'm going to focus on, I'm not going to focus on all the configurations, just going to control everything, so we can add this back like this. Perfect. If we have an ABC zigzag, okay, it can be, so as I said, for an ending into a wave 5, so wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and the wave 5. This is something possible, okay, so we can still raise with an ABC zigzag to the upside. Now we need to hold the lower support, okay, below. This is a must. And otherwise, well, if we don't hold the support, it was simply a correction to more likely go more down. Okay, now this is what we can look for here on the medium time frame. Okay, the first possible configuration. The second one is simply 5 waves to the upside. So there will be here a leading more likely, a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a wave 5. So an expanding leading. Why an expanding one? Simply because normally you have a leading like this. A normal leading is this. You start with some big wave, and you really end up here with some small wave. Here you start with some small wave and you expand the move with some bigger wave. This is a bit more raw, so I'm not looking for this mainly, but I'm ready and prepared for it. If we have to make that wave 5, what we can get here into the wave 5 is a 5 waves to the upside. We've got a 5 waves into the wave 1, we've got a 5 waves into the wave 3, so we have to get a 5 waves up into the wave 5 too. If we have to make 5 waves here, I really cannot start this right here with an impulsive, so for me I don't have the count if this is an impulsive to the upside. We have here a triple wave up, then we go take the lows. It cannot even be, for example, for people that are maybe wondering with a smaller wave, like can that be, for example, a leading here, an expanding leading? And the answer is no. Why? Because here, if that's a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the wave 4, even if in an expanding leading, cannot break the wave to bottom. So this can only be here a triple wave up, and next there will be, well, we have another triple wave up like this. I mean, it just doesn't make sense really, because here if that's a wave 1, for example, of a leading, it have to be an ABC zigzag, and that will be a double EXY here, okay? So it's not possible. Sorry again, cut in my microphone. So in that case, more likely here, an ABC zigzag to the upside. From here we'll have a W, X and Y with a double EXY, X and Z into the Y wave, okay? So ABC zigzag, W, X, Y with a W, X, Y, X and Z into the Y wave, and then here we have more likely an ABC zigzag to the upside. In that case, if we have to be into that wave 5, as I said, we shall get in that case an ending. So we have here in that case a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to make a wave 5 to go at least take that top, okay, to end up that wave 5. That will be the configuration if we have to be still bullish, because if we get these 5 waves to the upside, okay, so the white 1, 2, 3 or 5, well, next, if we have to be bullish, of course, it should be a bigger wave 1, and then we can look for a wave 2, and then we can look for a nice impulsive wave 3, 4 and 5, completing this right here. Okay, this is what we have to see normally if we have to be bullish. Now, if we don't hold that wave 4, what I was saying before, if we have to retrace between the previous day view up and this value are high, if we cannot get any good long reaction in there, so to speak, on the order flow, we do not manage to get some bullish data in here, well, we're going to drop into the next target, and it can bring us with an expanding, as I said before, ending, so to speak, a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a wave 5, but it's a lot more raw, so I'll be a bit more careful trying to long in here. The best way to go, at least for the lows here, okay? And so if we don't manage to get that wave 4, to look next for another increase in price, well, it simply means that we've got what to the upside, an ABC zigzag, we have then another correction, and another ABC zigzag, so we have in that case a W, an X and a Y, and so if we have a double EXY here to the upside, it is simply the continuation of this correction to the downside. First correction, second correction, so now we can look for a third correction down. That will bring us simply with a W, X and Y. So yeah, you know, today it's a bit complex to understand, sorry, a bit all of this. Yeah, it's pretty complex, not gonna lie, if you're not used to Elliott wave, but well, it is what it is right now. Cannot sadly make it easier than this. We need really to get some move down or up here to confirm and remove some few configurations. We always have different configurations. I cannot just trade anymore these days with only one configurations. It's very simple. You plan up and down. You can class this by probability. It is possible to do this. But next, the only thing you have to do is to plan the targets with the levels or with the fibs and everything, with the wave targets really. And once you've got this, well, you simply have to place some alerts, for example, into the target, right click add an alert, and from here, well, when it rings, you simply have to come on the order flow and see what's happening. Do you have any good reaction on this to take the trade? No, well, there is no trade to take, and you just look for the next configuration you have planned, because it's not going to bounce or reject from the target. If there is a good reaction here, you take the trade, you enjoy most of the time the profit. So it's not a real big problem to get different configurations, to be honest with you, but at the moment we have like loads of them, so it's really too much. That's why I'm covering everything, but it's really for people that really know more Elliott wave and that really want to get everything. Otherwise, stick to the levels for the moment. It's much more easier in my opinion. Okay. Sorry, so on this being said, I'm simply now going to go and cover the alts. So I didn't check the chat, by the way. I saw, by the way, a message this morning in the request here. So yeah, good morning, mate. Ton, very good coin, and RUNE. So I'm gonna update this first, and I think, by the way, yeah, you sent a message already in here. So, oops, live chat. Yeah, so yeah, saw the message. But I'm gonna do this, mate. Thanks, mate, and good morning. Are you able to show account for ING, please? Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna first go for Ton, TON, and then RUNE. And then I'm gonna go for ING. So Ton is already here. So what we've planned here in the last update, this one, can't remember the last update on that. Ton is not here, is here. Yeah, it was, well, a month ago. It was looking for that wave 4, if I remember correctly, yeah? Yeah, was looking for that wave 4 already. So this was a targets plan. Yep, there we go. So we've got this first target plan. We've got a bounce from here. Second target here. We've got a bit of a bounce, but nothing crazy big. And then we've got this nice third target. Missed the fourth one, by the way. Third target here. What happened there? Went below. Reclaim, flip to support, reclaim the previous one too, flip to support too. That's pretty cool. So we've got a nice bounce of the third target here. I'm just gonna remove those squares now. We don't really care anymore. And so here with the, well, I guess we was looking for that wave 4, to be honest with you. Yep, there we go. So it was either completed, either longer. Yep, there we go. These are nice W, X, and a Y wave to the downside. And so yeah, we've got this nice WXY down. That's pretty cool. W, X, and Y. So we've got the Y wave, we've got the wave 4, and well, we've got a touch into the 50%. You can see here on the normal scale. Now if you pull the log scale, we've got a bounce from the MC fib. That's pretty nice. That's why the MC fib is very useful. It's if you want to use a wave better, because this is normally something you won't find anywhere else. If you do, well, you know where it's coming from. It's the 3132. Use this, you will see it's working pretty well. And more often when you're in some very strong uptrends. So here, in any case, now you've got more likely a wave 4. So what we can do here is simply pull the wave 5 target. So you can pull the extension tool from the wave 1 route. Just gonna check something here. We cannot. Okay, well. Gonna do it like this. So from the wave 1 route, as always, to the wave 1 top here, to the wave 2 bottom, if I can catch that. Just checking here, what was the wave 3? It was a 3618. You can see there's a ping level here, the ping fib. Okay, and so next, well, we can simply pull now on the third click here on the wave 4 and the wave 5 targets. Move this on the right. Let's go with 400. Let's go with 250. A little more, and we're done. We can get rid of the 618, 120 extension, 1618. And well, the only target really, well, we can keep the 1618. Why? Because it's never well respected really to the dollar, so we can go a bit above, do a swing flip, and then come back down, or a failed auction, for example. This is absolutely something possible. If you want also, you can pull the log scale and simply add the wave 5 targets. Don't forget also with the log scale setting tick, well, activated really. Here you have 8.9, almost $9. Yeah, okay, so, well, for the moment, I'm gonna skip only this, okay. Keeping the 1618 simply because we can go, as I said before, a bit higher, just to do a swing for a pound reflection of this, and then come back down. It is something I already saw before. So yeah, I'll be aware of it and keep that level. Do not forget the possibility of doing a swing for a pound reflection. And if we push higher, we can look for 9.4, well, 9.4, 9.5 really. For this, just gonna check here, do we have the 5 waves to the upside? Yes, we do. Alright, so we have, well, the wave 1, bam, 2, 3, 4, and the wave 5. So we've got this in that case. If we have to go into the wave 5, wave 1, maybe a bit of a longer wave 2 depending on Bitcoin, because that one is very small. Now if we have to push up, it's normal. And then 3, 4, 5, bam. We can add some red wave. Gonna turn this into green, better like that. And here we go. And if we still have to be really fully bearish and make, for example, a longer wave 4, well, we can look for an ABC zigzag, 5 waves, correction, 5 waves. And so here there'll be a WXY, X and Z, and so one more drop really. Okay, if Bitcoin have to be bearish. So yeah, now you have everything, but well, we've got a wave 4 well respected. We've got a 5 waves up, so if we have to be into a wave 5 now, we can simply look for this 5 waves to the upside, right? And you have the 2 targets. So well, this, or as I said before, more likely here, a swing through pan or a failed auction. Okay, gonna get rid of that. Perfect. And should we push higher? Well, because the smaller wave, for example, are not completed, we can pull the log scale and we're going to cover the targets later if we really have to push higher. So that is it really for ton. Not gonna update the levels right now. It's gonna take too much time otherwise. RUNE. Sorry again, cut in my microphone as I still have a bit of a cold. RUNE. So here, what's happened on this? Wow, the small wave here is pretty crazy. I'm gonna still use that one here, Pith, for the smaller wave, because here the other one, I mean, this is on Binance. You can see there are some gaps everywhere. Okay, so well, here, depending on Bitcoin again, we've got a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if you've got a 5 waves up, once you have this, you can either look for an A, B, C, 5 waves, correction, 5 waves, a correction to go more down. So I'm gonna add this red, correction to go more down, or a bigger wave 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. So you can still make a leading, for example, here. Okay, this is something possible, so to speak. Make another 5 waves to the upside, small one, a wave 4, and then a wave 5, and so form a wedge like this, okay, to the upside. So well, that's a crazy, oh my god, that draw, a wedge like this to the upside, you make so the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and you make the wave 5. So once you've got these 5 waves up, you can look for a bigger, again, either ABC or 1, 2, 3, or 5. But for now, well, yeah, I'm gonna take either an ABC, either an impulsive. We'll have to see if we do the leading or not. What you can do here, if you want to trade this with Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is bearish at some point, you can take a short trade to any of these targets. It's very simple, you know, when Bitcoin is good, well, for example, now we're into the DMC extension. If, for example, Bitcoin start to turn really bearish in here and get a drop, everything is going to follow and get a drop. Okay, if now Bitcoin is not bearish and we just keep pushing up and we just keep pushing up, we go, for example, into the next target, 1-to-1 extension, Bitcoin is still not bearish, there is no reason to look for a short on this. If now we get a continuation because Bitcoin was not bearish, we go into the 123, Bitcoin start to turn really bearish, well, that's a short trade and it's more likely going to follow. Everything is following Bitcoin really. Okay, it's 95% of the time right. So if you go and hit a target and Bitcoin is bearish, well, that's a short trade, as simple as that, really. Okay, but yeah, that is the plan right now. If you want to do some few smaller wave, for example, trade some, well, this can be classed as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leading. So we have in that case another wave 1, wave 2, I would say more likely on the right. Yep, normally. So another wave 1, 2, and now we shall be into a wave 3, 4, 5, so you can pull some small wave like this. If you have to retrace, you can pull the retracement tool to find a wave 4, for example, if you want to scalp this. So from the wave 3 top down to the wave 2 bottom, or the wave 3 root, if you're, of course, with the reverse settings activated, otherwise it's from the bottom to the top, so from the bottom of the wave 3 to the top of the wave 3. Here you've got a small wave 2 now. Oh, that's normal, by the way. Yep, we've got a 50%. Well, yeah, so I'll be aware of the 50% still is possible to go down here. Okay, but this is a preferred target for a bounce. So if we retrace from here, that can be a zone where you can look for a long. You can read the order flow, of course. You can create, for example, here a workspace just for RUNE. Do I have it? Yeah, you have a RUNE, for example, here. You can create an order flow section like this, plus a level section. Really up to you. Sorry again, cut in my microphone, still have a bit of a cold. So yeah, wave 4 here, and once you've got this, well, it's very simple as always. You take the extension tool to find the wave 5 targets, so the targets of the bounce. You pull the extension tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top, then the third click go for the wave 4 bottom. You add the wave 5 target, so to speak here. Oops. 618, 1-to-1 extension, 1618, 2618. Don't forget, by the way, if you struggle to follow, if you want to do this on your own, you can absolutely learn this. For absolutely free on the website. So simply go and check out the mooncharts.fr website here, moonchart.fr. You can go and create an account for absolutely free, and you will get this nice Elliott wave course there waiting for you. I'm not going to lie, you don't have the full Elliott wave course available for absolutely free, but you have these 4 lessons, and these 4 lessons represents really, in terms of the content you have inside, a lot more than half of the full Elliott wave course. You learn the basic stuff, the Fibonacci tools, so what I'm using, for example, here, the retracement tool, the extension tool, all of this, and then you go, for example, here with the impulsive and the Fibonacci. So, for example, you know exactly how to pull the wave 5 targets. If the wave 3 is more equals to 1618 or less to than 1618, all of this, there are many ways to pull the extension tools you have to be aware of, many stuff really. So just go and check this out, and you will see next you will be able to do this on your own and follow along a lot better the updates. And next you even start your learning with the correction wave, the most easiest one. So you really get everything really you have to know to really start really well you're learning really. Okay, so yeah, anyway, so that is it really for RUNE. Nothing more to add on this. Yeah, now as we're a bit in between on Bitcoin, I don't want to say, hey, I'm going to take the ABC, I'm going to take the impulsive. I want to see what we do first of all on Bitcoin, to confirm a few scenarios, to confirm a few configurations. If we do the ending into that wave 5, if we do the double EXY like this, a longer double EXY, all of this, I want to see what we do really on Bitcoin before to make some decisions on the alts. It is very important for me. I don't want to bet on something at the moment. Yeah, I just prefer to get some more confirmations really. But yeah, that is it really for that one. Let me see the chat here. So the next one was ING. ING. Here. So ING. First of all, you're maybe asking about accounts on the well, higher time frame, I think. Let me see here. I think I just hid a wave on the higher time frame. Yeah, I remember why. No, it cannot be a wave 4 here. Yeah, so well, on the higher time frame, again, it will depend of Bitcoin really. Again, once more, it's very important. It's very Bitcoin dependent. Okay, if Bitcoin is doing something, everything is going to follow. So first of all, here we have some 5 waves to the upside. Okay, if we have some 5 waves, it's either for an A wave, either for a wave 1. Then you've got another correction. Then you have another. You can see there's a wide 5 waves to the upside. So if you have a 5 waves correction, 5 waves for the moment, it's either an ABC completed to make next on the higher time frame a bigger correction, so to speak here, correction but still by rising, so to speak, a bigger W, an X, and then a Y wave to the upside, so another bull run but with an ABC zigzag in here, 5 waves correction, 5 waves, but to do a Y wave, so you can still rise with a correction. Or if we have to make something else, we can look for something a bit more bullish. That will be an expanding leading, because now the wave 4 is very small. This is a wave 4 is going between the wave 1 and the wave 2, so it can only be a leading, it cannot be an impulsive, as in an impulsive the wave 4 cannot break the wave on top. Okay, so this is something also valid, but a bit more raw, I would say, and otherwise it's a mega bullish configuration. But again, for this to happen, I really want to see Bitcoin being super bullish, being something absolutely crazy to the upside. Otherwise, there is no way we can look for this. So in that case, that's a 5 ways correction, 5 ways correction. So it's a wave 1, 2, and another wave 1, 2 to then make something absolutely crazy to the upside. A nice wave 3, 4, 5. These blue 5 ways here, we complete the bigger green wave 3, then we'll have the wave 4 and the wave 5 again. And after these 5 waves, well, we've got in that case a really lovely big bull market. And so we have, as we've got a bull market with 5 ways up, we look for a bigger wave 1 and a bigger wave 2. So here we've got the 5 ways up, we've got in that case here the 5 ways up, and so we can look for a bigger wave 1 and a bigger wave 2 retracement. Okay, so we'll simply look for a wave 1, wave 2, 1, 2, and then we'll have now, bam, 3 or 5 again, a continuation, but this will take years to make this correction. Okay, so we have 3 different configurations on the high time frame. Only time can tell. It depends really of what Bitcoin decides on the high time frame, really. Now, to the downside, we've got, so here, to focus really on this, we've got this nice 1-to-1 extension, so double 1-to-1 extension by the way target plan, so we've got a touch exactly in there, got a bounce for the moment. So the thing is now, we are normally in a W, X, Y, X, and Z to the downside, the most complex correction pattern. If you want to add the targets on your side for this, you simply have to take the extension tool, click first on the W root, second on the W bottom, and the third click will go on the second X wave top. From here you can see we have this nice 1-to-1 extension where we've got a bounce from already, and if we go more down we have the 100, 23 that you cannot see here, 123, and we have next the 1618 max target. So if you want to buy this, you can buy now, buy back again on the 1-to-1 extension, buy on the 123, and buy on this to 1618. And from here, well, normally if crypto is not dying, we should get a nice reversal at some point for a new all-time high. So we can talk about a nice 1,300 plus increase in price if we have to really go into the 1618 and raise from here. Now, as always, we're into a Z wave, so we can make loads of different configurations. We can make a W, sorry here, a W, X, Y, if Bitcoin is still bearish, X and Z, for example. We can make an ABC flat, so A, B, C flat. We have loads of different configurations, so it's better just to DCA in there and just remain patient. Now, to the upside, we've got also some 5 ways to the upside. Let me just go on this really quickly. This was what the target for the retracement, if this have to be a wave 2, but this is not a wave 2, so we can get rid of this. Bitcoin, moreover, this wasn't bullish, we've got no reason to buy this. We'll have to update, by the way, the levels on this one too. Yep. Alright, well, anyways. So just want to see here as a wave we've got. We've got a small swing for the pan, by the way, on Bitcoin right now. Right. Well, it's not really a place where I'm looking for it. We've got some good data, but prefer to remain long from lower. So here, well, we've got some 5 ways first correction. This looks like a full 5 ways, not gonna lie. Well, yeah, well, I'm gonna take this as a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not liking so much here the wave 3, but just gonna get acceptance with this. So again, it's either like RUNE really, A, B, C correction to go more down, depending on what Bitcoin is going to confirm, and we need to see what we confirm first on Bitcoin. or if we have to be bullish on Bitcoin, wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, much more bigger push to the upside. So there is still the possibility of going higher. Now, yeah, we need to see what Bitcoin decides. We have loads of configuration on that one. We need to clear a bit of configurations to see what we do really. So yeah, that is it for that one. Yep, not more to add on this, nothing more to add on this. And to be honest with you, it's a bit the same on every ounce. RUNE, by the way, just gonna come back very quickly on RUNE. Something I will be aware of. Where is this? RUNE. We have this nice. So we've got, you know, this lovely here, leading to the upside. So wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A bit of a correction, a bit of a move up, range bound, and a massive, I mean, a nice, well, not a massive move up, but we still talk about a nice 15% increase in price. Well, if you take this price pattern, normally it's a price pattern here, yeah, bar patterns here. If you take this, so you Control X to cut it, I already done that, but if you copy this and paste it, for example, on OP, M and O right here, well, you have almost the exact same wave here. You have this nice move, I mean, leading first, correction, consolidation. So next you can look for a possible nice increase in price. Again, for this to happen, I don't want to see Bitcoin bearish, but that's something possible. You have this on OP, you have this on can't remember the ones you have. Where you have this, by the way. On SHIB normally, also by the way, if you pass this here, you can see you have this nice leading here. Okay, so you have now the consolidation, and you have next a possible nice increase in price. So it was SHIB. That was not Metis. That was not GMT. Oh, it was maybe, no, it was not GMT. Oh, I can't remember the other one. Let me check. Normally I noted on my phone the other ones. And by the way, we have some news also today at 2:30 PM UTC +2, you can see here. So just be aware of this for traders. Just checking here, what was the other coins? No, it was only OP and SHIB, by the way. Only noted that. Well, yes, so just be aware of this. Something possible. I guess you have many more alts that are getting this, but these are the ones I noticed at that. Yeah. So I don't know if you have some more requests today. Otherwise, we're good, really. What do we have here? Gala. Terrible wave, Metis. We don't even have a leading here to the upside for the moment. Can get an expanding leading, that will be like Bitcoin really, or a double wave 1-2-1-2, but this wave 1-2 is small, the second one is big here, the shape is terrible. GMT, if we have to bounce from to get, for example, no swing for a panel fail auction of that low, we can look for this target next to for a rise, possibly, if Bitcoin is bullish at that time also. Here again, we will have more likely a triple wave to the upside. It's not impossible, we rise as always, can be a double UXY to make a wave, for example, APC or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but we need to see what Bitcoin decides first of all. So, well, the answer is not very interesting at the moment, to be honest with you. Fluky, what is doing Fluky, by the way? Well, yeah, this is not interesting. No. Yeah, not much to add on the answer, to be honest with you. So well, I guess I think that's it really for today. That is way too close. gonna check something here before to end the stream. Alright. Well, yeah, that is it for today. Do we have any new data in here or not? We've got some good long reaction, as I said before. Now that will be cool to hold the view up, but yeah, we'll just remain long from lower because we really bounce at the moment, but from nowhere. Well, the value are low here, but will not long appear, to be honest with you. I'll just remain long from lower. This can risk it too long here. There are no real massive support or something. Now, if you like the risk, you're a scalper, you have a good risk management. Well, yeah, as soon as we hold the view up here, it's fine for at least normally the naked session path control. It may be even higher, but that will be the first area naked session path control. Just gonna add this here, like that. Yeah, naked session path control will be the target here. Path control. So yeah, anyways, thank you all for watching. I don't see any more requests in here, so thank you all for watching. As I said, if you want to learn your waves, you can absolutely simply go and check out the MOONCHARTS.fr website. Well, you have some free stuff there. If you're a beginner, you have some course for you. If you want to learn your wave, you're at the right place. And if you want to learn the footprint chart and the order flow, so this and this, you can download the templates, by the way, for absolutely free. Just one file, you know, you have to go into the workspace, import the workspace you've downloaded here on the into the download section, and from here, once we imported it, well, it will be in there. So just click it and you will be able to follow along every day with me, or to do this simply on your side by yourself. Okay, so if you want to download this and to learn this, you can go and check out the website, and you have this nice extra chart section there waiting for you. Some more content with some trade. We're gonna try to post some more, by the way. I'm just not used it yet to record my trades, but I will try to do this more. But anyways, on this being said, I wish you all a brilliant day ahead. Don't forget you have a news today at 2:30 UTC +2. So yeah, just be aware of this, and yeah, catch you all on Friday for the next one. Cheers.